Good morning, Washington. Da 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 This is what I'm watching. I actually haven't watched it yet. This is what's on the DCR TV DVD Q. David Lynch's daughter, something like that. Huh? An astonishing film about David Lynch presents Crumb, the creator of Zap Comics, Mr. Natural, and Fritz the Cat. Kind of an interesting little take. So I'm going to watch that next. How y'all doing, everybody? Welcome to Dave TV for the 22nd. For the 22nd of February. And I got my camo shorts on today. I don't care that it's wet. I don't care that it's winter. I like my camo shorts, and I'm wearing them, damn it. I'll do what I want.
Doesn't need to be introduced.
Okay.
The music introduced. I wanted to turn the music up.
All right.
Take two, no rock. God damn it.
Hi.
Hey, Oscar. Happy anniversary.
All right, you too.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We'll do the stager into it so it'll be nice and tight.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
It really seems like an hour ago that we were kicked out the door. Our radio home for years and years didn't want us anymore. Was this the end? Did we have a friend in the world of radio? What would we do? Where would we land? We didn't know where to go. But much like many people, God damn it, start it again.
Oh,
really?
no.
No, I'm going to start it from the very beginning.
I thought it was great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Really,
With the
just
stager
start
again,
the whole
too?
show again, but no.
No. You got this.
All right, here we go.
Take three.
Here we go. Get ready, America.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
It really seems like an hour ago that we were kicked out the door. Our radio home for years and years didn't want us anymore. Rob is mouthing the words to it. He's memorized it already. Was this the end? Did we have a friend in the world of radio? What would we do? Where would we land? We didn't know where to go. But much like many people in our national recession, we had to reevaluate and fight through our depression. The radio world that we all loved had left our style behind. The writing clearly on the wall, and it didn't look real kind. But in our hearts and in our minds, we knew one thing was true. The thing that got us up each day was broadcasting to you. So we had a meeting. We all sat down, and Oscar had a plan. Podcasting was the way to go to reach our every fan. But I wasn't sure I wanted to take our show online. That's what Rupert Pupkin does, and he's out of his mind.
I'm out of my mind.
This is going to work. I know it, O would say.
Anyhow, that's right. When Don and Mike were together back in the millions of years ago, they always talked about Rupert Pupkin, and Rupert Pupkin was that Robert De Niro movie where he would go in his basement and pretend to be a talk show host. And he'd be like have cardboard cutouts of celebrities. Anyhow, well, damn it, that's gonna drive me nuts now. King of Comedy, that's right, the King of Comedy, a really great movie there. And then the great movie about that, is that Jerry Lewis plays this Johnny Carson type. Really good role for Jerry Lewis, actually, kind of a real serious guy, kind of, and how. They kind of kidnap him, and then Rupert Pupkin becomes the fill-in host. Does this whole kind of kidnapping deal and becomes the fill-in host for the Johnny Carson character, and actually becomes a star out of that. And so maybe I should kidnap Mike O'Mara. I'll kidnap him, and then I'll say, "Put me on the Mike O'Mara podcast, and I'll interface with Oscar and Rob. I'm insane. I'm Rupert Pupkin." Well, anyhow, so I was listening. That was Mike O'Mara's 1,000th podcast. Wow. Of course, you know, Mike O'Meara for many, many years was the second chair. He was the second banana. And he worked with Don Geronimo. And, you know, it's kind of like a love-hate relationship. They loved each other, but they also hated each other, I think, to some degree. And eventually Don left the show. This was, 2008 at WJFK. Mike took over. It was the Mike O'Meara show and all that. And, you know, the guys stayed, you know, the clowns, his cast of clowns stayed with him, Rob, and especially Buzz and all that. And anyhow, they kept going on for another year or so. And then those beautiful, wonderful suits at CBS said, you know what? We don't like this guy talk format anymore. It's hard to sell to advertisers. They don't know what it is. You're trying to sell guy talk. What is that? What is that? What is that? So they flipped the station to CBS Sport. They flipped their CBS station to Sports Talk, and they said, goodbye, Mike O'Meara. Goodbye. That was about 2009. So then he starts up his podcast, which he's been doing from his home in Manassas, which is where my sister lives, by the way. My sister lives in Manassas. So I think they live right next door to each other, Mike O'Meara and my sister. I hope they're not fooling around. But anyhow, Mike's been doing the podcast. And then he's kind of dabbles in radio every now and then. There was the Edge. Remember 105.9 The Edge? They're on 105.9. Well, why would it be on 105.9 if they called it 105.9? It was a rock station that was kind of, I don't know. It was weird. They put these really cool people on it. They had Surf on it, and they had Mike O'Meara, and they had Kirk McEwen, and all these cool people. And then they played this real kind of narrow, icky kind of music. You know, it was like the top 10 hits you heard when you were in high school, that kind of thing. And that's all they played, and the station's ratings just went blah, blah, blah. And eventually pulled the plug and put MALFM on that. And anywho, so then Mike, then he made a deal to put his podcast on a local radio station, 7:30 a.m. WTNT, and then they pulled the plug on that because they were flipping formats at the end of last year to Spanish. So anyhow, Mike's doing a show, and it's kind of interesting. Listen to the 1000th show from earlier this week at MikeO'MearaShow.com, and you can hear a lot of cool things about what his plans are. Moving down to Florida is one of them. Going to move down to Fort Myers. And you know what? Maybe I should too. You know, I'm sick of these damn winters up here. You know, Mike, you got a room in your mansion down there? I will rent it from you, and maybe we can get into business together. And I'll do my DCR TV creep show from your basement. How about that down there in Fort Myers? So let me know. Shoot me a message there. This is the first for me on DCR TV. I actually made a list. You know, there's so many times I do this DCR TV, Dave TV, and I forget stuff. You know, I'll finish the show and then I'll go, damn it, I wanted to talk about something else, and whatever. So I got the list here. Let's see. Okay, Mike O'Meara, and where's Don Geronimo these days? He's still in Sacramento, isn't that? I'm talking to some folks at CBS over there in Lanham, and they say we don't know where he is. I don't know if he's going to be on JFK. You'd think he'd move back here, but I don't know. Okay, House of Cards. Okay, I got this for my birthday, which was a couple days ago. So you can see that over there. See it? This is the proof. Happy birthday. This is for my birthday party. Happy birthday. I had my birthday last week, and so somebody gave me a Roku. Well, actually, give me a gift card, and I got the Roku. But anyhow, so I got Netflix on it, free trial. So I'm going to cancel for the month's out, so I get it for free. But anyhow, been watching House of Cards, and I watched pretty much the whole first season. In like a day and a half, 2 days. Okay, I watched it, and I have to say, it's okay. It ain't no Kevin Spacey. You're no James Gandolfini. You're no Bryan Cranston. But okay, it's okay. It's slow. It's plotting. It looks like they shot it all in Maryland somewhere, like Annapolis or Harvard Gras or Columbia, Maryland. Half the time it doesn't look like Washington. It looks like Baltimore. It's okay. They could do it they could take this thing and compress it into a 2-hour movie and be done with it. But no, it's got to drag out plottingly. And it's kind of interesting to look at Kevin Spacey playing this kind of crazy senator or congressman or whatever who's trying to become president, and whatever. It's interesting, but it is plodding and slow and draggy, and I've seen better representations of Washington. It's fine. It's fine entertainment, but it's no Sopranos, okay? And the other thing, the old-fashioned things where they would release one episode a week. This Mad Men, and then the next Mad Men, and the next one. They weren't all jammed together at once. It makes for better episodic viewing that way. To watch an hour and then to think about it and anticipate the next episode. When all of a sudden you have 1 hour and another hour and another, and you watch them all in one big clump, it kind of takes away from the majesty of it. It's like I watch one episode, then 2 episodes. You zip right through them, and they're only like 48 minutes long. I don't know. It's I think that you're dropping the whole season at once may be great for that kind of binge viewing, but it doesn't necessarily benefit the viewer. I think it's better if it's a slow drip. But anyhow, okay, FCC monitors. Oh, the right-wing media was going crazy last week about some FCC Commissioner Mignon or whatever her name is, doing this thing about they want to put monitors of radio newscasts or whatever. First off, 2 things. The radio media is nuts. The FCC is never going to do that. It's just some crazy idea. But number 2, the FCC is nuts too. The FCC is crackpots. They're a bunch of dimwits. They always have been. They really are. They screw up things more than they fix things, and they're just a bunch of idiots. They're corrupt. The federal and the FCC, the Federally Corrupt Communications Commission, they screw up just about everything they touch. They're ruining radio right now by jamming so many FM stations on the dial you can't hear anything. They've ruined television by literally making the fact that you can't receive broadcast television for free anymore. You will have to now pay for these stupid, they should call themselves the FCCCC, the Federally Corrupt Comcast Communications Commission, because that's what they are. They're practically in bed with Comcast. Whatever Comcast wants, they give them. It's just someday we're going to have this one big media company run by Comcast. It'll be called, we'll just, instead of giving the FCC, it'll be the Comcast Commission. I don't know. It's all bad. Bad. So here, listen to WMAL yesterday, and they had nothing to talk about on that dumb station. Bunch of goons, and all they're talking about, the FCC is going to shut us down. They're going to monitor all the right-wing talks. That's never going to happen. Never going to happen. You know what? I haven't even been listening to WMAL that much anymore. I'm listening to Radio 4, BBC Radio 4, which is kind of their NPR over there. I've been listening to that on my little notepad over here. Speaking of Comcast, 3 sponsors. We lost 3 sponsors at the beginning. 3 sponsors at the beginning of 2014. The Comcast Sportsnet, USNI, and Matt K. Baker. I like Matt K. Baker. He's a really cool voiceover guy. He does a lot of cool voiceovers on a lot of shows, like that Coast Guard show on the Weather Channel. The Weather Channel that doesn't show much weather, just shows those reality shows where he does that Coast Guard thing. He does a lot of ads and stuff. He has a very distinctive voice, and I like Matt a lot. But we lost Matt. We lost the USNI, which may come back. And we lost Comcast Sportsnet. Why? I don't know. I guess they're cutting their budget over there. They're getting their asses kicked by Ted Leonsis. Oh, this is our sponsor, by the way, V8 Fusion Juice Drink, and also co-sponsored by Channel 50, the crappiest station in town, Tribune. We program crap. That's their new motto. So anyhow, we lost 3 sponsors, but I'm looking at my end of February stats, and we're temptingly close to reaching our end of February goal, even, which was including the money from these 3 sponsors. So we're only a couple $100 short of where we would have been if we had the 3 sponsors. So send us a buck. Send us a couple bucks. PayPal in the mail. Just click on that little support linky link thing at the top of DCR TV. And so I got it on my things. Now, it was kind of a frantic show, wasn't it? Because I had to do this, and I'm looking at the time. I want to keep this under 15 minutes, but there you go. I got all my topics in. O'Mara's 1,000th. Congratulations to Mike O'Mara, 1,000th podcast. Really miss you on the radio. We need you back, but if going to Florida is going to be the answer, then do it. Keep those podcasts coming. Thanks for watching Dave TV for the 22nd of February. Book 'em, Dan out.